Welcome to the Hidden Chapters. Every story hides a lesson, but today's story isn't just about Christmas. It's about a single act of kindness, a forgotten promise, and a stranger who changed an entire family's future forever. Stay until the end, because the final 5 minutes might completely change the way you see people you've never met. Let's begin. Snow covered every street in a quiet town in Colorado. Christmas lights sparkled across rooftops, families laughed around warm fireplaces, and children waited excitedly for Santa Claus. But inside a small blue house at the edge of town, 12-year-old Noah stared silently through the frozen window. His mother sat beside the fireplace, wrapped in a blanket, trying to hide her cough. Bills covered the kitchen table. The electricity company had already sent a final warning. No presents, no Christmas dinner, no hope. Just 2 weeks earlier, Noah's father had passed away after a tragic construction accident. Everything changed overnight. His mother worked 2 jobs, but the medical bills had swallowed every dollar they had. Still, she smiled. "We still have each other," she whispered. Noah smiled back, but inside, he felt completely helpless. That evening, his mother handed him $20. "This is everything we have left. Buy some bread and milk. That's enough for Christmas." Noah nodded. As he walked through the snowy streets, he noticed happy families carrying gifts, children laughing, and couples taking Christmas photos. He tried not to look. Halfway to the grocery store, he saw an old homeless man sitting alone outside an abandoned church. The man's hands were shaking. His shoes were torn apart. Snow had gathered on his shoulders. Nobody even looked at him. Everyone walked past. The old man quietly whispered, "I haven't eaten in 3 days." Noah froze. He looked down at the $20 bill in his hand, then back at the old man. If he helped him, his own family wouldn't eat tonight. If he walked away, the stranger might not survive the freezing night. Noah had only one choice to make, and whatever he decided would change his life forever. For nearly a minute, Noah stood frozen. The wind howled around him. His stomach reminded him how hungry he already was. His mother was waiting. Christmas dinner depended on those $20. The homeless man lowered his head. "It's okay," he whispered. "I understand." Something inside Noah broke. Without saying a word, he walked into the grocery store. A few minutes later, he returned carrying hot soup, bread, bottled water, and a warm blanket. He handed everything to the old man. Then he placed the last few dollars into his shaking hands. The old man's eyes filled with tears. "No one has looked at me all week. Why would you help me?" Noah simply smiled. "My dad always said, when you help someone who can't repay you, God finds another way." The old man gently held Noah's shoulder. "You remind me of someone." Before Noah could ask who, the man reached into his worn-out coat. He handed Noah an old silver key attached to a tiny wooden tag. It simply read, "Locker 27, tomorrow morning, bus station. Don't lose this." Before Noah could ask another question, the man disappeared into the heavy snowfall. The next morning, Noah returned. The church steps were empty. No footprints, no blanket, nothing. Confused, he walked to the town's old bus station. At the back wall stood a row of forgotten storage lockers. He found number 27. His hands trembled as he inserted the key. The lock clicked. Slowly, the metal door swung open. Noah's eyes widened. Inside wasn't luggage. It was something far more unbelievable. Something that would change not only Christmas, but the rest of his family's life forever. Inside the locker rested a weathered leather briefcase. Attached to it was a handwritten envelope. It simply read, "For the boy who chose kindness over comfort." Noah carefully opened the envelope. Inside was a letter. "If you're reading this, it means you made the same choice I once failed to make. Many years ago, I ignored someone who needed help. I spent the rest of my life wishing I could undo that moment. Everything inside this briefcase belongs to you now." With shaking hands, Noah opened it. Inside were savings bonds, cash, property documents, and one final note. "Use this only to build a better future for yourself and for others." The total value was enough to erase every debt his family had. Enough for his mother to stop working herself sick. Enough for Noah to go to college one day. But the greatest gift wasn't the money. It was the lesson. Years later, Noah became the founder of a nationwide charity that provided food, shelter, and hope to families during the holidays. Every Christmas Eve, he would leave anonymous gifts on strangers' doorsteps. When reporters asked why, he simply smiled. Because once, a stranger reminded me that kindness always finds its way home. No one ever discovered who the old man really was. Some believed he had once been a wealthy businessman. Others thought he was simply an angel in disguise. But Noah never searched for the answer. He didn't need to, because the greatest miracle wasn't hidden inside Locker 27. It was hidden inside one simple decision: to help someone when no one else would. And that choice changed generations. Moral of the story: sometimes the smallest act of kindness creates the biggest miracle. You may never know how deeply your compassion changes someone's life, but kindness always has a way of finding its way back. Thank you for watching The Hidden Chapters. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still believes that kindness can change the world. Tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you were Noah? Until next time, keep searching for the hidden lessons, because every story has one. See you in the next hidden chapter.